guys, and welcome to a game called Detective Butler, Maiden Voyage Murder. So, this game is supposedly like, Ace Attorney, but instead of being like a defense attorney, you play as a detective. So this is a work of fiction. Everything that is entailed in this game is fake. Just so that everyone knows. On the dark and rainy streets of London, a crowd stands held together under umbrellas. In the middle of their circle lies a body. A stab wound into the chest makes it clear this person has been murdered. Well, I would assume that. And with this, I've solved it. A man wearing a trench coat and fedora emerges from the group, behind the group, and they all turn to face him in shock. Why is this so loud? Who was this man? Where had he come from? You solved it? Sir, please do tell us what you know. I say, you can't have possibly done so. This here, it's what the bigwigs call an impossible crime. If those men from the yard can't wrap their heads around it, then surely commoners such as yourself. Hold it. I may be an amateur, but that won't stop me. Because I get a real kick out of solving these impossible murders. As if the man's words hasn't fazed them in the slightest, the crowd does nothing to stop the man from lifting the dead body. The man reaches into the corpse's pocket, smirking when he realizes what's inside. Yep, just as I thought. If he had these tools in him when he died, then I definitely know how it was done. If I may politely ask, isn't there a problem? It's been raining constantly for the past 3 hours, but you can see there's no footprints in the ground here. Save our own. That's what makes this crime impossible. I find it hard to believe someone can stab this man and walk away without leaving a single footprint. There was a second victim, wasn't there? Killed in an impossible manner as well. Found dead in his study, right? How did you know that? We haven't told anyone. Never mind that. Let me first explain the other victim. Then I'll get to this one. Right. Please do go on. Think back to earlier today. When the master was found in his study, the door was locked and the servant had opened it using a key. Then upon inspecting the room, he saw that all the windows were locked and his only key to the room was hidden inside the desk drawer. That's right! That's exactly what happened. It's impossible, I say. True, locked room murder. In the morning, while the master was out walking his dog, the culprit approached the door to his study. He took some of the tools and screwed the hinges of the door. That's how he got in without using a key. Then the culprit plopped some cyanide into the master's tea, which the poor fool carelessly left sitting out. That explains why the room smelled of bitter almonds. Yes, it may be true the room smelled of almonds, but... You think I forgot about the sealed windows? The culprit took apart one of the springs, making sure the window itself remained locked. Then, from the outside, they reattached the frame as if it had never been touched. Same as the door. And so that's how the master was poisoned to death? But you still haven't explained the most important part. Who is the one carried out such a devilish deed? All of us gathered here have solid alibis. The culprit? You're surrounding him. The amateur suit points to the nearby corpse. I say, it was the master's brother this whole time? If the master were to accidentally die, then the inheritance would be for his taking. But when he escaped the window and climbed onto the roof, that's when his plan went horribly wrong. The master had seen all this coming and concealed the knife-throwing trap on his own roof-top. And so our culprit became the victim of the second murder. And our victim becomes our second culprit. Hold on! There's one flaw with that theory. What happened to the knife? It was made of ice, so by the time... What? System. I can turn down the music! Okay, there. Now we don't have to, like... I don't want the music, like, blinking on. Okay, there. Sound volume. Save. It was made of ice, so by the time anyone found the body, it had melted without a trace. The crowd was speechless. Everything had now been revealed to them by this unknown amateur. You can thank me later. I just can't pass up an interesting puzzle. That's my style. If it's not interesting, I won't bother solving it. I won't. Ciao. The man fades into the darkness. The crowd is satisfied with his explanation of the 2 recent murders and no longer need the aid of the detective who happened to stay the night in their mansion beforehand. This nameless detective who suddenly appeared out of nowhere was more than capable enough. He had matched his wits against the real detective and had constructed a theory that suited the facts perfectly. The only question that lingered in the overconfident amateur's mind, whether or not his theory really was the book's author had intended. Dot, dot, dot. The man sitting at his modern-day bus stop flips the next page in his book. Meh. My explanation is way better. With a disgusted look on his face, he closes the book and impatiently folds his arms. Well, I'm bored. Should have brought some more books with me. I'll have to find something else to entertain me now. Another boring day, at least so far. In the middle of July, we were going on a cruise. That sounds fairly normal, but I'm not too excited about it. Never saw the point of one, really. But my father insisted I go with him, so here I am. How much longer until we get there? Shouldn't we be at the dock soon? This car ride is making me sick. Hey, Gilligan, you feeling okay? You look bored out of your mind. I'm fine, Dad. Are we there yet? Yeah, almost. You see the seagulls out there? That tells you that we're getting close. My father points to several seagulls flying around the nearby ocean. There's a story behind to those seagulls, from long ago when a family used to live here in California. Back then, both my father and mother lived here, near the place these seagulls are flying around. My mother really loved animals, so she would go to see them whenever she could. The 2 of them saw those birds hanging around near the beach or harbor. These seagulls must have left my father with a lasting impression. He told my mother how they reminded him of his favorite TV show as a kid. This one about some people shipwrecked on an island. And that's how I got my name. Gilligan. I'd grown used to it by now, but after being named after a fictional character, sure was weird at first. That said, Galvano is a pretty shady name too. Maybe it just runs in the family. On long last, we find a parking spot. The car goes silent. Since we're finally here, I'll stop complaining. I unlock the door and step onto the pavement. The cool summer breeze greets me as I stretch my muscles outside. In front of me rests an enormous cruise ship. I hadn't heard of it, but supposedly it's top-notch. That's when my father booked a vacation here. Today marks the beginning of its maiden voyage, the first voyage the ship makes. So I'm left wondering how a cruise ship can be as top-notch without having a single trip. This ship went by a different name a long time ago. Well, I can't remember it, but they refurbished the whole thing too. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna save, just in case something goes wrong. But it's almost like it's brand new. I get it. So it's a high-class ship that's been completely redone. And we'll be the ones to experience the first cruise. How did you find out about this? Believe it or not, I'm friends with the captain. You know, company connections and all that. So he told me right away when he finally got enough money together to start up the cruise ship again. I see. I guess being the CEO does have its perks. My father is the CEO of a rather large company. It's an insurance company, so to sum things up, my family is filthy rich. However, I don't actually do anything for the company itself. At the moment, I only have a high school diploma, and I'm to begin coursework at a prestigious university. Afterwards, I might be able to get something done. But for the most of my life, I've been known as a slacker. I guess that's what happens when you're spoiled. A shame that my high school GPA was under 4.0 and my father pulled a few strings and got me accepted into his preferred university. Yeah, he totally cheated the system there. What a nice guy. He wants me to run the family business or whatever. To become just like him and take over the company someday. And to do that, he'll want me to get into the best school possible. I have no choice but to go along with his plans. I don't know what I want to do anyway. Maybe I should become a doctor or a lawyer. Settling on my father's dreams is as good as anything, I guess. It does feel a little depressing knowing I have no clue what I want to become, though. But if it can't be helped, it can't be helped. My thoughts are interrupted by the footsteps of an unknown person. Mr. Golder? A tall man approaches us wearing a jet black suit and sunglasses. And that's me. Did Jack send you down here to pick us up, as I asked? Correct, sir. Are you Gilligan? Yes, I'm Gilligan. Understood. Follow me this way, please. The man leads us through various security procedures. The custom people screen our luggage, as they do everyone, and allow us onto the ship. Thank you for your cooperation. The cruise will begin shortly, but the ship will remain stationary for the time being. Please make sure everyone in your party is here before departure. Right, I'll make sure everyone's here. Take care. The man in black leaves, returning to monitor the outside of the ship. Hey, Calvano, you made it. You were almost late. An attractive young woman comes running towards us, waving her hand at my father. Am I supposed to know who she is? Well, I'm here, aren't I? No reason to worry, my dear. Oh, and are you Gilligan? She points her hand at me. Yeah, Gilligan Golder. Nice to meet you. Eliza Jones. Nice to meet you too. Your father told me a lot about you. Haha, I suppose he does like to brag. I can only wonder if what he's saying about me is good or not. That's right. You two haven't met before. I told you I met all the company's executive board members here, didn't I? Eliza is the CCO. Chief Commercial Officer. And you, Gilligan? Huh? I'm not a company member. I've never even seen the inside of the building. Haha. Someday you will, someday. Eliza turns around, waving two more people I haven't seen before. These are the other company members? You run too fast, Eliza. There's no real hurry, you know? Although, considering that it's Galvano, it wouldn't have been too surprising for him to miss the ship. Hey. I might be getting a little slower in my old age, but I'm still Galvano. Underestimating me would be a careless mistake, says the person who missed his flight to California. That's the reason we ended up so close to being late here again. But we did get here in time, didn't we? And that's all that matters in the end. Wahaha. Oh, are you Gilligan? I was wondering when we'd get to meet you. Howard Lujan. Chief Operating Officers. Why are these names so weird? Is that Blythe? Calico? Chief Financial Officer. It's a pleasure to meet you, Gilligan. The two of them stretch out their hands and I comply. Nice to meet you both. Sorry if I'm a bit more boring than my dad's stories lead you to believe. Oh, come on now. We just met you, but I bet by the end of this cruise, we have lots of fun memories. I hope so, too. Do you like games, Gilligan? Yeah. Who doesn't? Of course. Then perhaps we should play a little icebreaker game to get to know each other better. I can tell you all about Gilligan. You see, when he was a little kid, he... Hey! There's no need to embarrass me. You know, maybe we can save this game for later. Let me click on the thing. Gilligan probably wasn't expecting to be bombarded with questions. I mean, I really wasn't, but, you know, it's whatever. Yeah, that's... The ship suddenly shakes, and I jump back in response. We must be ready to take off. Eliza giggles, but I can't help but get scared so easily. There's a reason I don't like engine noises. If I had answered one of those icebreaker games, the reason would probably be the thing I'd tell people. However, it brings up some bad memories. So I try to avoid mentioning it whenever possible. I try to block out that part of my memory whenever possible, too. Thinking about my past makes me sick. My father approaches one of the suited men and asks him something I can't hear. Then the two of them approach our group. Please follow me. At Mr. Goebel's request, I'll guide you through the ship on a short tour. It won't take very long. The five of us follow the man into the interior of the ship. Welcome aboard the ship. Today will be your first voyage since 1962. The ship has been completely furnished, though the layout remains exactly the same as it was 50 years ago. You know, I always wondered, why do they call ships her? The first deck is off limits to passengers, as the engine room, boiler, and employee rooms are also located there. Please follow me around the second deck. The door leads to the dining hall. Originally, large parties were held there, complete with ballroom dances and performances on stage. We will do our best to recreate the original atmosphere by having performances of our own. The tour continues until we finally reach the fifth deck. Mr. Gober has requested 4 rooms for you on this floor. The guest rooms here are twice as large as the ones below this deck. They all contain a bedroom, sitting room, balcony, bathroom, and closet. So which rooms are ours? Rooms 502 through 505 are the rooms you selected during reservation. They are all next to each other along this wall. Here are the car keys. The man holds up 4 car keys. Each one has a room number distinctly marked on them. If you lose any keys, come to the front desk and ask for assistance. The maid assigned to your floor will help you. One last thing. The 6th deck can be reached via the stairs at the end of the hall. From there, you'll be outside on the deck, and you can reach the captain's room as well. Are there any remaining questions? Then please enjoy your stay. If you need anything, we will be at your service. The suited man bows before exiting down the hall. He goes upstairs, presumably to the captain's room on the 6th deck. Alright, everyone will meet up in this hallway for dinner around 6. I've reserved VIP seating and asked for the best cook they have. It'll be an amazing dinner. The other company member is not in agreement, saying their farewells to us. The other company member is not in agreement, saying their farewells to... Oh, they go into separate rooms. My father and I will be staying in the same room. It's a last-minute addition, and all the other rooms are taken, so it worked out like this. Luckily, there are 2 beds for us to sleep on. For that same reason, there's only 1 key to the room. It's horribly inconvenient, but I heard most cruise ships are a pain, so I'll deal with it. We enter the room. My father walks over to one of the beds, setting his luggage down. I do the same on the bed across the room. We begin unpacking, using the dresser opposite to the beds to store our things. Near the dresser is a plasma TV, as well as a closet. Hey Gilligan, do you see this balcony over here? The view is great. My father walks onto the balcony, taking a good look outside. I'll pay it no mind and open the door to the bathroom. Girl. Suddenly, girl standing in total shock. She looks about my age and is wearing some kind of uniform. She's wearing a unicorn. Oh, ha! The girl jumps back, frightened at the sight of me. Sorry? She's still shaking from nervousness. She doesn't respond. What's going on over there, Gilligan? My father finally looks over and sees the girl cowering behind the bed. What the? Not even an hour into the cruise and you're already making women cry? Get your act together, boy. What? I didn't do anything. I don't care where the girl came from. She could be an alien from outer space for all I care. And I'll apologize to her. But I don't even know what I did wrong. How many times do you think I knew what I did wrong when I apologized to your mother? Now don't drag her into this. Please stop. It's my fault. The girl stands up, wiping her tear-covered face. She makes an awkwardly forced smile, probably in an attempt to smooth things over. You see, cruise ship maids shouldn't be seen cleaning the room. We're supposed to do all the cleaning while our guests are away. So when I heard you two coming in, I got scared and hid. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it, miss. Yeah, don't worry about it. In fact, I think it livened things up around here. It did? It did, then as a employee of the ship, I'm glad to have made your cruise more enjoyable. After looking a bit flustered, the girl takes a moment to regain her composure. Well, then I should probably be leaving now. I still have a few more rooms I need to clean. If you need me, just call. She waves her hand almost like a salute and dashes out of the room, the door shutting behind her. Well, wasn't that interesting? Already met a cute girl. Yeah. With the incident finally over, I step into the bathroom. Oh, she left a key ring in here. She must have forgotten in her hurry. It has a good number of regular metal keys attached. Guess I should do the right thing and return them to her. I leave the room, hoping to return the keys to the maid, but she's nowhere in sight. Nearby, sitting in the front of the doors of the hallway, is a man in a trench coat and a fedora. Who is this person? He isn't anyone I know, nor is he another company member or employee, so he must be a normal passenger. I can't quite put my finger on it, but a guy like this seems out of place here. Maybe it's the goofy-looking outfit he's wearing. What are you staring at? Nothing. Looks like he needs something. What the hell did the music get louder for? Spit it out. Have you seen a maid? Shift your keys in my room. I am going to turn down this music. Oh my god. Oh, I want the music up somewhat. Okay, there. Yeah, I should clean my room at the moment. Kinda pissed me off being so inconvenient. Then can you give these to her? I raise the key in the air, dangling in front of him. He gives me a questionable look before swiping the keys from my grip. You're awfully trusting of total strangers, a bit too much in my opinion. Don't worry though, you can trust me. I'll return these keys for you. I have people tell me that before. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. I walk back into my own room and knock on the door to be let inside. This cruise ship really has some strange people on it. I'm going to head out to the bar. What about you? I think I'll just watch television for a while. Alright, remember we'll meet up with all the other others for dinner in the hallway at 6:30. Don't be late. Didn't you just say 6 o'clock before? Right, I won't. Have fun. My father leaves the room with a somewhat disappointed look on his face. I'm sure he wants me to do something other than watching television in here, but I don't really feel like doing anything else. Even when I try to live up to his standards, I always mess something up anyway, so I might as well relax and enjoy myself at the very least. I look through the balcony screen door. San Francisco still is in plain view. The ship hasn't departed yet. Soon enough, the coastline won't be visible anymore, and will be separated from the land by several miles of water. A few days and we'll be back to our daily lives as if this vacation never happened. Time sure does fly when you're having fun, huh? Achievement unlocked. Setting sail. Chapter 2. Between Truth and Happiness. Well, guys, I think I'm going to end the episode here just before Chapter 2. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this one. And I am actually going to be playing Ace Attorney eventually, but I just haven't had the time to. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.